Hey, welcome to Duracan. I'll introduce you to our team here, and I'm the first member, Danial Kolba. I'm the CEO, and anyone coming into our office here to drop off a sample or leave an analysis for us is going to be greeted here first by Karen, who runs our sample intake department. So the first step is the sample comes in and it gets logged into our LIMS system that we have personally designed for our own use. There's no other system like this in the world. We took the opinions of all of the staff from other companies they've worked with, and we put together all of those opinions to create this software that just got rid of the unnecessary bulk that wasn't really needed and kept things streamlined and clean so we could process intake fast. So the samples then come into our intake area here, where we basically organize the samples for the turnaround time, whether it's an emergency rush or a 5-day or a month. And then our team categorizes it, inputs it further into the system and gets it ready for intake to the laboratory. The samples will then move down to our processing area, but first we do walk through, this is our consulting and engineering side. So when the data, and this is Bella, in case anyone's asking, she's one of the office managers. So when customers call us and they ask about the information in the laboratory, this is the team that looks at that information and they help put opinions together to help our customers. And this is a side that a lot of other laboratories, from my understanding, don't offer something to this extent. I think you've met everyone here, Tristan, Chris, and Grace. We have our boardroom here. It gets used more often than it looks, but we usually do our meetings 2 or 3, whatever's needed. We have another team member here that deals with high-risk management stuff. Small little kitchenette, just where everybody makes their quick coffee. This is more for the office staff area. My office is here. I generally keep things pretty closed here, but the door is open to the staff if they ever need to talk. We did expand quite fast, where we ended up adding an additional section to the company. So we did just add this to the team. So Dan's not in right now, but this is our new logistics department. So we actually have a team of 5 people who are shipping and handling logistics of all samples across the province now. This was a pretty interesting feat undertaking. I think a lot of the other labs are consulting out or hiring courier companies to provide that service, where we do it all in-house. So the entire facility is under a high security lockdown. There's no way for staff or customers to really get into the areas without someone authorized with them. We're now moving into the actual laboratory section, where we've put air. Air is basically controlled here. It's highly regulated, and security gets a little more stringent. So Bella is going to where we throw the ball right now, but I'm going to take you guys somewhere else. This is the lounge area for the staff. Pretty much everybody just has free range to relax in here. Oh, thank you. We don't really question it. We let people take their time. Sometimes it's been a hard day, or a contract comes through, or you're just processing a lot of samples, and we get it. You need your time. So this is a no work zone, no question zone, and you're not allowed to really harp on anyone if they're in this area. Everyone's entitled to it. We're now moving into Laboratory 1, where we mostly do the PCM and PLM analysis. We're also focusing on a few other R&D projects in here. If they go through, or it looks like an avenue we want to pursue, then we expand it into a new laboratory. But this is kind of the main area where a lot of people are talking about what we want to do in the company, or we do a bit of testing or research on what we want to do. All this equipment has its own purpose. It's basically all doing PLM, PCM, mold analysis, anything that might be within that intake. Water, hydrocarbons, or a little more in-depth analysis is taking place in other areas of the lab. Can't show that right now, but we're hoping to get approval to give access to those areas of our laboratory shortly. We do have a clean room section. It's to infection control standards, meeting type 3 negative air requirements. That's what we're doing in this side here. Here we're processing pretty much our logistics area. We have about 4 or 5 every morning, 4 or 5 of our courier vehicles. They load up in here, we get all the samples together, all the packages together, and from here we launch everything out across the province, all the way up north to Thompson, all the way down south to the border, to both sides of Ontario and Saskatchewan. And we make sure that the logistics are all handled well in here. And behind this door, we're very excited, but I can't show you yet. It's going to come. We have constructed actually 2 additional laboratories, and we don't think there's other laboratories doing what we're doing behind this door. I hope to share with you guys very shortly what's happening there, but we've expanded so fast. Everything I just showed you is right now about 8,000 square feet of our space, and we've already constructed an additional 5,000 or 6,000 square feet. And I think we're on track to hit almost 20,000 square feet of laboratory space within the next 3 or 4 months here. That's basically a quick tour of what we're doing here at Duracan and the space we're working in.